Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. And now it's time to talk about Roll Over and Die, episode 4. Yes, I'm going to just start off with a little big old introduction. Let me just start off by saying this. I have covered, I'm going to just reverse that. I've watched Yuri animes, and some Yuri animes I do cover. There are times where I look at a Yuri anime, and when I think of Yuri animes, I'm thinking some sweet, flower-genic, passion, the love, pureness, the bright animations, like the Sakura tricks, citrus, bloom into you, Yuri is my job. Those bright, vibrant animations, that's like, oh my God, it's so beautiful. Like Adachi and Shirimura. But when I looked at Roll Over and Die, never in my wildest dreams did I ever want to think about covering. And like, they got me on this show. Let me just say this. They got me. Because I look at the synopsis, and, the theme of it says girl love and all that stuff. So I said to myself, okay, this could be a good Yuri anime. Because again, Yuri anime is on the rise. But what I didn't know, what I didn't find, was that they go over the top. Deep, dark, fantasy vibe of Goblin Slayer vibe. Like that dark. That dark. Last week was that. This week got even darker. Darker and cringe at the same time. And Flum, mad props for Flum, and mad props for Sarah. But still, after watching this episode, this is show you just how dark and terrible society is in Flum's world. Like, damn. It's like, it's low, mid, high cards of the status of natural home. But every time, it's funny, when it comes to fantasy anime, it's always the church that's always the catalyst, the cause that is everything going on in the world of a fantasy anime. If you think about it, there's always an anime where it's like the church. And the church think their belief is everything. But outside of it, they always have this cursed vibe. And so I'm looking at this episode, guys, and I'm like, damn, this is so dark. And then you end it with a cliffhanger? Get the heck out of here. Now I'm scared. Now, I'm telling you guys, I feel so like, chills down my spine just watching this episode. But I have to get out of this one. So let's get right to the review of this show because, damn it, this was freaking dope. Like, so many cringes in this one. Okay, so last week was a cliffhanger among cliffhangers. Okay, fell into a pit. You don't know what you landed. Kind of dark to see that. But Flum and Sarah are safe, all because of looking at this flower that the husband asked for the wife. Husband asked Flum and Sarah to make a request. Okay, as they journey through the flowers, they see this ogre with the spiral on his head like some Uzumaki shit. Yo, that is a freaking hard-ass boss battle. I'm like, yo, what the hell, man? Like, what's going on here? Flum and Sarah put all the work. There was some moments, cringy moments. This was like Flum had to take off her arm again. Like, I get it. She has regenerating powers. But I really hate seeing her body parts get taken out to sacrifice herself. That's a good ability. You sacrifice your arm and a leg like some Fullmetal Alchemist. But the way that she had to go endure it and get healing everybody, it's just cringy sometimes. And like this is something I never expected. I'm sorry. Something that just like back. You just never thought it just sucks seeing that. You're good ability, but it sucks. So as they journey through, trying to find ways to avoid this giant ogre with the spiral on it, it has and they go to the lab. And this is like Resident Evil Umbrella. This is like Umbrella Corporation. This is like totally Umbrella with the whole T virus. They got humans being experimented. And who's the church? Sarah's church. And then, but again, looking at this, you got this is experimental thing, like some biohazard, like some Resident Evil. Resident Evil, you got humans in these giant green incubators merge like two faces and merge in one body. You got like 3 arms and 3 faces. You got like, it's just so like, oh my God. It's all this to create these humanoid parasite looking things. But again, it's all experiments that the church has been keeping a secret all this time. Now, I don't blame Sarah. I don't blame Sarah. Sarah had no effing knowledge as to what went down. Like, she had no knowledge, and I get it. She believed in the Church of Origins. I get it. Her sisters, all that stuff. But, and her and the demons, all that stuff. I don't blame her. It's in their head, like they to twisted her mind. I don't blame her. But for now that the truth is out, that these churches are experimenting on these humans, it just showed you that it's something going on. But then they found a tablet that said that sent for Flum. And I'm trying to figure out, what did Flum do? What did Flum do? Pay for your sins. What did she do? What did Flum do? I'm trying to picture it out. What did she do? We should do. First 2 episodes, we have not seen one thing that Flum has done for her sins. We have not seen one negative thing she has done. Not one. And then she get a sin? Like, something's not right. So they jumped, and then God, again, I'm going to compare this to Resident Evil. Or, matter of fact, one of the most iconic zombie games that ever existed on an Xbox. And I hope it's on PlayStation. I hope we get it on PlayStation. I know we're not going to get it on Xbox, but it should be on PlayStation. Left 4 Dead. You guys know Left 4 Dead, one of the most iconic first-person, full-player co-op game. And you face those special infected, the tank, the spitter, the boomer, the hunter. But there's one zombie you have to avoid. The witch. You guys, we all know how the witch sounds. Crying in the corner or walking towards you like, and then you hear like, witch. And then if you try to kill it, which I've done one time, got a headshot, got the trophy for that one. But if you antagonize the witch, if you shoot it from a long distance or you antagonize, the witch will come after you with a long claw and just take you down instantly. That's what a witch is. They hear some, help, help. You hear that sound, and I'm like, Flum, don't do it. Flum, don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. I'm watching. I'm like, don't do it. Don't you dare. And I'm like, as soon as they got to this white lab type vibe, there's this woman, and then they got the spirally purple face, and then they grab Flum in the face. Yo, I'm telling you, this is so terror. This is like, they just change it to horror, because that right there is the final definition of horror. But girl love, dark fantasy horror. That's what it should be. And then they jump into a pile of dead corpses. Very disgusting, by the way. And to face off against the giant ogre. Now, here's the thing. Against that ogre, they put a lot of work. Flum and Sarah's teamwork is off the chart. And way they do it and how they do it, it's fantastic. No puns intended. Like, it was fantastic to see how they did it. Flum, her words of, I'm not going to roll over and die yet. I'm going to see Milkit. That was also good. And I got to give props for that swordsman who trained Flum to do it. You know what? I'm looking at the party, and I don't think that knight was Flum's former party. I don't think that knight was actually a bad guy. I don't think he is, because he taught Flum how to he taught Flum how to use the way of the sword. And because of that, Flum was able to do it. But after all that, they didn't beat it. I'm like, you gotta be kidding me. All that hard work, defeat that ogre, it came back, and I'm like, yo, are you effing kidding me? Luckily, that devil came. One of the 3 demon generals, I said devil, the demon, one of the 3 demon generals, Nagros, who we saw last week in the episode. And I gotta say this, for a demon general, she is freaking hot. I'm sorry. Can we all agree she is freaking hot? I mean, I know I'm not the only one who speaks this true, but she's freaking hot. You can't make this stuff up. You really can't. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. She's freaking hot. But again, she saved Flum and Sarah. Now Sarah, being that being that she despised demons because of what happened with her story, with her backstory, with Sister Marie and her sister, you know, she wanted to kill the demon. But you gotta understand, it's like in this, it's like the demons ain't the ones that. It's like, do you trust the demons or not? Now, in Sarah's standpoint, I get it. I get it. She's learning from the nuns. She learned from the church. I get that. But if you look at her, I don't think she actually did something wrong. I don't think Nagros has anything to do with this. I don't think she had anything to do with this. It's like, do you believe the church that they say? Do you believe what they done? Now Sarah's open up to like, because when he got to the lab, it's the symbol of the church of the origin. So because she saw that and the diaries, and I mean the experimental things from the diary and all that, she didn't want to believe it, but now she knows the truth. But again, now I like how Negro took up to the field of flowers just to find an antidote. But you see the Yuri vibe between the nun and the demon. You see the Uriness that is Sarah and Nagros. Like that is a Yuri vibe right there. You know, we don't really get a lot of Yuri vibe in this episode because like it is dark and fantasy. But I like what they did. They had a little sprinkle of Uriness just to get us like, where's the Uriness at? And we got it. And between that Sarah and Necros, the nun and the demon, I love it. I mean, you can see Necros blushing. You can see she has a thing for Sarah. And I'm like, and you can see that symbolism up there of that flower blooming. That just tells you something. That Uranus is so passionate. It's blooming. It's, oh my, majestic. You can see that. Now, when I got that flower, Milkit is still in her house. And what a cliffhanger. Talk about a cliffhanger. Yo, talk about a cliffhanger. How's she going to open the door like that? Are you going to end the credits like that? How are you going to open the door? You're going to end the credits like that? I'm like, yo, that's a BS. You're going to end it with a cliffhanger like that for Milkit to just open the door? Yo, I hope nothing bad happens to her. I really don't. Oh my gosh, I really don't. I really don't nothing bad happen to her. I really freaking don't, because I'm going to lose it. I'm going to effing lose it, y'all. Like, cut it. I'm going to lose it if this happens, I swear. But overall, though, this episode was downright cringy, downright supernatural, downright terror to the core. Like you understand, this is one of those things you're like, oh my God, Flum. It's like Flum Milkit cannot have a fun life in this fantasy twist that is roll over and die. They can have one good life. And these last episodes you watch, you see how dark and twisted this society of the world they're in. And you can't make this stuff up. You can't make this stuff. Now that Sarah's in it, it's like, yeah, there's another good friend. Now, I hope there's going to be more adventures coming on. I know there's going to be more adventures coming on the way, especially some moments that are going to make us like... But at the end of the day, Flum and Milkit are going to stay together, and the mission has been success. They found the flower. They're going to take it back, and his wife is going to be Kira. So thank you for watching my review of this show. I look forward for next week's episode of this, and I'll see you soon.